Today we're gonna import a catalog of Water One Flow web services from an endpoint of Water One Flow web services. So it's an existing endpoint. So the Water Data Explorer, this application, allows users to create catalogs or to import existing catalogs. And today we're gonna try to import an existing catalog, one from the World Meteorological Organization related to La Plata Basin. So if we come here, we can notice that the portal it's a Tetis portal and that is empty. However, we decide to enter to the application, the Water Data Explorer, and we see that the application it's fresh from installation. It doesn't have anything inside of it. So one of the things that we're gonna try to do now is we're gonna go to the settings, and we notice that we can actually customize this just to fit the La Plata Basin. This uses web services for the boundary layer, and we're gonna try to use a boundary layer in the form of a web service or through web services in order to do this. So we go to this use server, which is a service provided by HydroShare. We can notice here the HydroShare resource that has this coverage, and we're gonna use it. So we are gonna be able to come to the geo server, we look for it, we know the name, and if we decide to do the preview, we can look how it looks like. Therefore, we are gonna use it. So it asks for the name of the app. We're gonna put La Plata, and for the endpoint, I have already the endpoint here, which if we go here, it's gonna be all of these endpoint up to this point. So we can continue. The boundary workspace, it's all this long string, so I have it pre-saved now, and the boundary layer is K. So we come here to your server, the title is K, you can see this the workspace, all of this the workspace, the column separates the workspace from the name of the layer is K. So we go to the Water Data Explorer, and we are able, so we want boundary movement false, you can put true or false, it just depends if you want to move it or not. For the color, we can copy this color as an example, and from the width, let's go with a 5. We already decide that we're gonna use this database. We save it, go to apps, go to the Water Data Explorer, and voila, we are here. We have our layer and our boundary. So this is La Plata. We see that we can move because we put false. If you wanna turn off, we just press that and it's gonna be turned off. So I'm just gonna turn it off and try to see whole world. So let's add the service. Let's put La Plata. Let's put countries, right? Because the series that we're gonna import has all the countries that are in La Plata Basin. So, well, not all the countries, but most of them. So I'm gonna put this is not like this is a service for the countries, not a service. Let's put group, a catalog for the countries of La Plata Basin, and we put the URL. So I have the URL in another place. So just give me a moment, and I'm gonna copy this one for you. So I'm gonna be able to put it here. I put it, and we see this. So we see this is the one. We look that there is no spaces or nothing wrong with the URL. Looks fine. Let's check for the services. And right now it's trying to check which ones are the available services. So okay, we have a lot of the countries that are that the World Meteorological Organization is working with, but we are just gonna select the ones for La Plata. So we have Argentina, we have Brazil, and Uruguay. Of course, we will need here Paraguay, Bolivia, right? But we have these ones that the service offers, so we can do that. This is gonna take probably around 1 minute because Brazil and Argentina are massive data sets. So let's add them. So now I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna unpause it when we are done. Now we see that it has finished it. Took around like 1 minute, 2 minutes, kind of like that. So now we can see that we have the boundary, but we don't see anything. But it's because the Wild Data Explorer has these boxes. This is for the whole group. So if I do this, if I check or uncheck this, you're not gonna see anything. If you check this, you're gonna see all the sites, all the groups. You can just do it one by one, and you see it. Let's say I just wanna focus on Uruguay, and then you just work in Uruguay. So now we see that this is a fully functional Wild Data Explorer for La Plata Basin. We can see even that by pressing over here, we just focus on Uruguay. If we wanna go to Argentina, we can focus in Argentina, and then we can focus in Brazil. So that's the nice ability that we have with the Wild Data Explorer. We have the legend over here that show us the different colors that represent each one of the services. The services have the metadata associated with the metadata that the data provider gave to them. And also we have the endpoint of the service. We can copy it and we can go here and we can put it, and we can see the service, it's over there. So we have the ability that we have retrieved that for each individual service. We have a map showing the different sites. There are a lot. So I wanna know where is colon. Colon is over there. We go to the map. We have found colon. So we have the ability to find all of that. We come back and we have it clean. And now we can also see that if we wanna look for colon, we found it there. So we have a fully functional Wild Data Explorer in which we are also able to delete services that we don't want. Let's say I'm gonna copy this to do another demonstration. So I'm gonna copy this, but I'm gonna erase Uruguay because I don't like it. We don't have Uruguay, right? However, change my mind. Put that over there. Put Uruguay. The description is gonna be this is a service that provides data for Uruguay and this doesn't take that much, so we have again Uruguay, right? We check it, disappears, and we have the ability to do that again. So another feature that we can have in this customized La Plata Data Explorer, it's the ability to look for the stations or for the countries that are between these stations. Let's see. I wanna look for all the different countries that are between these web services. We see that we have all of that. Let's see Paraguay. Let's see if there is services that have fall off between the boundary with Paraguay. So let's search. We close it. We have Uruguay on because we have it on before, but we see that it's just showing these stations, and we can see that it's pretty obvious because we have Argentina, which is the purple ones, and we have Brazil, which is the green ones. We can reset the filter, we can uncheck everything and do the same for a different country. And I like to be sure that we can check now, let's say Bolivia, all the stations at least between these three services that are near Bolivia, and we see that they are close to the department of Tarija, between the border, so they have to be from Argentina. So we have these stations that are in the border. So we reset it. We have all of them. Nice. So these are all the main functionalities that we have. We are also, if we want, we can create more groups between La Plata, and actually, like, we can also be able to see the different values that they have. A good example of this is selecting this station. We're gonna be able to see all of the different data associated just with this station. The name of the station is Rio Guanascate, Colonia San. There is no metadata for this. We know that this from the red Hidrica Nacional. The geospatial location, we have the latitude and longitude, we have all of these variables. Seems at the beginning that they are repeated values, but they are not. We can see that they have different units, so they are actually different variables. We can let's ask for the precipitation data. The precipitation data is gonna come from 2019, from November 2019, no, October 2019, 1st of October, up to pretty much a year, more than a year of data. So I'm gonna pause the video when it's retrieving the data. So we have it here. We have a mean interpolation for missing values. We can turn that off. We can do the download if we want. We can do that for CSV, and it says that we have it. So I'm gonna put it up so we can see how it looks like. Seems that now we are able also to download in different modalities. We can also do watermail. So this is gonna probably take 10 more seconds. Okay, so let's open it. We have it, all the values. So now we go back to the application. If this application it's available in WaterML, well, if this web service supports WaterML 2.0, we're gonna be able to get it. If we don't, we're gonna get a prompt that says like we don't support WaterML 2.0, so we are not able to do this. Seems that the service supports this type of data format or file format. We open it, and yes, we're able to see it. Yep, we're able to see that. And also we can have different types of plot associated. We have the whisker box plot, which is another type of plot that retrieves the mean, the standard deviations. We can see the mean, the medium, and the max. We have the minimum, close. We have some standard deviations as well. Yep. So that's the ability that we have with the Wire Data Explorer, at least in this customizable one. Thank you.